Let's do that.
As a gracious host, I will tend to personally. How entertaining.
Oh, that was easy too. Well, that was easy. Even though he had like a two repackages here to clear the whole board like 2 times. A full board each time, room. And still fell short to actually stop us from doing the madness here. Yeah, oh my. He couldn't even clear, really? As I said, like, it's a bunch of random cards in his deck. I'm not sure like what he was planning to do here so far. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Have you ever seen or even thought of the combo? Oh my bro. Who else would try it if not me, right? I'm showing it one time. That is how you win games right now. How are you doing there? This dude will have nightmares today. That was not even close, right? Top 100. So today we're playing this deck, which is a new edition of a Handbuff Death Knight. I'm sure you kind of like didn't see specific cards that I actually imputed in this deck that we tried before in previous editions of Handbuff, like before even the expansion that came in. And we tried specifically a Nexus-Prince Shaffar because it can actually multiply the spell burst with a Nerubian Swarmguard. Now there is a Malignant Horde too that you can actually like put in your decks. This is kind of like strong because you can actually find it with a Dark Gift with some extra buffs. You can have like an Orbital Moon here to actually apply the Orbital Moon to a Malignant Horde even after it dies like at least once, like for example with a Reborn. But even without that, you can like apply an Orbital Moon to Darkthorn Quilter for you to gain some like health, because it gives a minion a lifesteal. You can also give it a Reborn, like all of the good stuff. Like some cards that we actually tried before are now kind of like a little better, because you can find them with a Dark Gift. And the Nexus-Prince Shaffar just like kind of like requires a little additional like spell thinning going on for you, and Orbital Moon is kind of like an extra spell here. A Poison Breath is obviously a really like juicy card so far, because you can actually like give a poisonous to a Darkthorn Quilter, and this way they will just like clear the board and apply as much pressure as possible, like as much damage as possible to the opponent's face on a cleared board. So this is kind of like a really interesting, like, hand buff concept that was pretty good before, but now you don't really have like a harmonic metal to buff your minions like with an extra spell there. It cost us 3 before, so now you kind of like have a room for a shambling zombie tank here, like a lot of like cards that were actually like excluded before to make the deck stronger, because the power level was extremely high at that point. So now you have like this room for some extra cards, and it's kind of like, gives you an ability to actually go kind of like infinite with all of those like Nexus-Prince Shaffar things going on for you. You still have like a Toy Snatching guys to find extra Malignant Horrors, extra Nerubian Swarmguards, all of that good stuff. So the deck looks solid. I've seen it performs quite well on the ladder right now. It kind of like has something like a 57% win rate so far. A lot of people actually tries it out, and I've seen it against me on the ladder like multiple times. So we have to try it. Let's jump right in. Against the priest, okay. Well, I didn't play Handbuff for quite a while, so we'll see if I still have like a acquired skill here. Amateur is kind of like a key card. I don't really want to throw it away, but like I would love to have like one instead, like a Draghound, like a Morbid Swarm, Chill Fallen, Nexus, Toy Snatching guys is fine. So it's kind of like 9 cards. I guess we're throwing it away. Tangan Infestation is a little more. Okay, that is fine. A couple of Brittle Bones for us already, okay. At least that's an extra card draw for Chillbone. But we need to save one for an amateur, if that is possible. Horizon Brim. If that is possible, we need to save one for an amateur. Because it's extremely strong to actually buff a hand with an amateur under Reborns. Oh, Third Sanctuary, interesting.
The citadel stands strong.
Interesting. We need to find another chill fallen probably, right? From Toy Station guys, like if that's possible for us. Imbue Priest, okay. Do we go for Sanguine here? I'm actually like, you know, a little concerned. We can protect it. I don't really want a Brittlebone to die. Like, not really cool. And I guess this is better, because we need to find our own cards, right? That actually will do some work here. Here's a Blood Tap, finally, something for us, and then Dreadhound. Well, that is good, but, you know, unfortunately, Brilliant will probably not survive here. Well, we have a second one. We have a second one. Found the board clear, okay. Instant pick. I guess there's something like a Holy Nova. Yep. Oh no, not really, okay. Nitro AT and Hot Coals, right? Yep, okay. Nitro AT and Hot Coals, okay. Well, we didn't overdraw at least. Adds a release zone. We can do Toy Nation guys here. Like, as one of the options so far. Pretty solid. We still don't really have an amateur, unfortunately. We can find them, and, you know, we're kind of like at 10 cards. We have to throw something out. Okay, let's do that for now. And the Toy Nation guys look solid. Let's find something cheap, and that is cheap. Nerubian Swarmguard for 0. But we'll overdraw this way. I don't really want to like throw it away this way this time. But fine, let's go. We're kind of like hoping for a 4-drop, and I would actually hoping for something like a Malignant Horror. But it is what it is. It's kind of like damage in his hand, a little protective stuff on the board. Here's an amateur finally. So we play one. Or do we like prepare? We can do a Dreadhound here. And a Brittlebone one more. And after that, like, we'll go all out. Seems fine. Seems fine to me. And gain some extra corpses. Let's hope for him to clear a little, not too much. He has 4 damage from Nitro AT. He might like remove a Brittlebone anyway, but let's see if that happens for him. Still have an amateur next turn anyway, so we're kind of fine. We have a way to refill the board here. Some 2 random 6-cost minions. That is not like really strong. That is not really strong. Okay, well, he gives us away. Okay, well, that is, you know, that should be punished like big time. That should be punished big time, though. Can't dance any faster, bro. I have to gain corpses here. Well, not kind of like necessarily, though. We can remove that stuff. This way. Go with a couple of lands here, full board, let's go. So that is like the dream that we are, you know, hoped for. We'll buff the hand like really well here. Oh my god. Yeah, that is strong though. Didn't buff anything so far, man. Okay. Blood tap, okay. Let's draw a little. Oh, there is something like, do we buff here or do we go for Nightmare Lord service? I guess we go for Nightmare Lord. And to find another amateur or something. Reborn, not really good. Lifesteal not necessary. Maybe a chill pull is fine. For us to find a repackage here. Repackage stuff. Well, kind of like a hand filled with garbage. Heavy, yeah. Oh my god. Okay. That's in his deck. Okay. Well, he goes all out at some point, right? A little later in the game. That is not enough yet. We have to start buffing, right? Have to start buffing, so it's kind of fine for us. It's a huge boy. Oh, it's a huge boy right there. Is there a better way?
I'm thinking.
Like a chill fallen into Handbuff. It's a 6. Well, it's kind of like consumes a hit, right? Plus maybe, or do something like extra here. Okay, this is probably a little better
I'm thinking.
than a Toy Nation guys here.
The citadel
What was this
stands
going? 7/7 unfortunate. Not really that great. We kind of like remove it, but we'll probably need a combo. Let's apply pressure here. I think this is better. Because we might actually finish him off next turn. This one. We're kind of like straight lethal. We have 20 damage right now. Has to clear somehow. Well, not really 20, but 21, right? Might be something that solves things out. He's looking for something. Another repackage actually deals with all these things, right? As soon as I said that, bro. Here's another repackage for us. Okay, now there is a Toy Nation guys, I guess, right? How do I apply like a little more pressure here? 1, 4 more. Okay, let's see what's up. We need some damage to his face. Oh, that is fine. It's a lot of corpses, but anyway. Huge dragon. Okay. And some damage potentially. That's 3/4. Vanilla is a little better. A T1 is kind of like more damage. There's an elemental here. So let's go. Zombie tank. Like, do we dare? Again with a strat of a lethal here, right? Again with a strat of a lethal. Well, the Dark Moon rose or not? I'm not sure. The cards cost 1, bro. Don't you dare to find another repackage here, bro. Kind of want to kill you, you know. 1918. Another hard calls, obviously. Well, I mean, you know, you have more. Oh my god, bro. Well, we're still trying it, right? Really? That's it? That's it? Oh boy. How much damage is it? 18? Okay, let's do that.
As a gracious host, I will tend to personally. How entertaining.
Oh, that was easy, though. Well, that was easy. Even though he had like a two repackages here to clear the whole board like 2 times. A full board each time room. And still fell short to actually stop us from doing the madness here. Oh, that was pretty sweet. His last turn, he didn't like survive till a full moon, right? He didn't survive till a full moon. It was not possible for him, unfortunately. Well, that was kind of like too much pressure, and the only like consistent board clear he has is a package, and he had like 2, and it didn't help him out, right? Maybe a Moonwell, like somewhere in his deck, not sure, so... Moonwell is kind of like fine. But bro, imagine him not having a repackage when we had like a full board of amateurs with Reborn. Oh my god. This is a really interesting consideration for us. Like, we obviously wanted Red Hound, obviously wanted Chillfall in here. But this is kind of like something for us to play in turns like 3, 4, and something like this. Brilebone is kind of like something that we want to, you know, to keep. Toy Station might give us an amateur. Sanguine Infestation, maybe that is like too much. Okay, let's go. Okay, that is, you know, that's something. That's turn 1, that's probably turn 2, because we don't really have like a death rattle yet. And we hope for an amateur from Toy Station guys here, something like this. That was pretty nice. Pretty nice and solid. Dig for treasure. It's been a while since I actually saw this card like in play. Is it like something new? Oh, maybe it is like simply the Tempo Rogi, right? Tempo Stuffy. Let's go with Toy Station guys here. Develop those things. Okay, now we have a Chillfall in here. Spend Corpses of Polaric. Polaric is pretty good, but you know, Chillfall for 1, that is probably for the next turn, right? For us. Should be nice.
Rot number 802.
And combo. Okay. Hero power, really? Okay. Well, that was not strong.
Citadel stands strong.
Job's done.
Job's done, though. Okay. And coin into this purchase. Okay, 50-50, please. Oh, come on. Oh, come on.
Rot number 802. Welcome to the collection.
Prep. A raiding party. Well, not sure what's kind of like Pokemon that is, but seems solid, right? Toy Station guys, I guess. Still didn't like have any kind of handbuff going on for us. Need an amateur or something. Malignant Horror, by the way, that is huge. That is kind of like huge. Like, do we destroy that city? Or do we like wait for it? Kind of like how 1 mana we can top deck a Morbid Swarm, 1 of 21. Not sure, let's thrilled about that. Let's go for 2 damage. Okay, we need some handbuffs, but more cannon. We'll overdraw something. Let's hope for not to overdraw an amateur, obviously. Everything else is kind of fine. Or Blood Moon is fine. Overdrawing a moon is fine here. Well, overdraw again, right? The Malignant War and Chill Poem. Overdrawing again, though. We can do a Malignant Horror plus a zombie tank. Well, but we'll spend all corpses this way, I don't really like that. We can do a Nerubian Swarmguard just like to protect from all that madness is going on, and something like nothing, right? Okay, let's try.
Citadel stands strong.
Let's go.
This treasure ain't fit for our pirates.
Let's see what is up. It's kind of like a tempo sitting for him. It's pretty interesting, like Lucky Comets and all that good stuff. Like, I was like, I dare to say that it looked like a Shaffar rock for like to me. As soon as I saw the Dig for Treasure card, it looked like really like a Shaffar rock, but not sure. Oh, that's a pirate rock. Okay, pirate rock. Well, the only kind of ward clears that we have is a Darkthorn Quilter, but we don't really have a handbuff for him. Well, here's a handbuff for us a little. At least a little, right? Interesting. Morbid Swarm. +2/+2, it will be 4 damage split. Well, I guess we don't really have too much of a choice here. Have to go out like this. Like as soon as we stop the aggression here, we're kind of fine, because that is like, you know, a pirate city. We need to like kill that stuff. Crystal Crown. Oh my god, that's pretty solid. We were not able to actually get on the board, and we're not able to find amateurs. We're not able to find hand buffs. And now he's kind of like huge on the board, though. Interesting. Is that a pirate? Yeah, it's kind of like a pirate too. Well, you know, it's the first time I actually see pirate roll on the ladder, though. The first time in like whatever. Goes phase 0 cares. Okay. Well, that's a huge amount of damage, bro. Okay. Okay, was face. Interesting. Didn't even want to trade, okay. Kills 1 for me, okay. Well, didn't kill, but... Well, now we have kind of like a huge problem. Dude. Strong, strong. We can kill 1. There's still like what, 13, 15, 17, 18.
What is best?
Dude, ever 10? Really? Like, we can obviously summon a huge wall. Like, what saves us here? What saves us here if we do Sanguine, for example? Nothing as I can see. Chill Fallen doesn't save us too, even if we get a Quilter. So all we have is kind of like summon a huge wall?
There's not much time.
Well, it is what it is, I guess. The wall it is, right? Let's go. And let's see where it lands, so... Quilter... Quilter can deal like with huge minions with a poison breath, but that's about it. Toy Snatching Guys, like what can Toy Snatching Guys give us that actually saves us in this game?
This treasure ain't fit for our pirates.
Toy Snatching Guys can give us Pyro, right? Wild Pyromancer. But the only problem is that we still need to survive 1 more turn after. And that is like, you know, that is something that I cannot afford in this position zone, unfortunately. 9/9 bro, hitting face hard though. Well, I guess at least we have like a hero power here, right? Hero power with a poison grass. Okay. Kills it finally, okay. Reading party, let's go. Okay. So what do we have here? Another wall is an option. Sanguine Infestation is an option for us to kill 1 here. We'll kill boat, for example. A wall will deal with that at some point. It's not really bad. I'm kind of feeling it, right? Kind of feeling like it's possible for us to win that city. Oh, that is strong, by the way. That is strong stuff. Destroys this, destroys this. We can destroy it by ourselves. I guess a wall is a little better. Boom, boom.
There's not much time.
I guess a wall is a little better. Still, right? Okay. A wall is just better however you put it. Oh, I couldn't like actually kill it. It was this, okay, fine. Had to kill an 8-4. Was going for some extra value here. Forgot about that stuff, but that is fine. Still have a huge wall. He has 3 minions, we have 5 taunt minions for us. We still have an amateur somewhere in our deck. The best top deck for us is probably an amateur, actually. At least he doesn't like draw cards here. Okay. Oh, that's not a lot of damage. Not a lot. He just like clears, like simple clears. Why didn't you actually use a cove here? Do you have another one? Yeah, I have another one. Okay. That is not enough for lethal though, unfortunately for him. Okay. Not enough for lethal. Oh, it is, okay. It is, it is. So it was a mistake, right? It wasn't a mistake because we could like kill one extra minion, right? With our own ones. Efficiently there, like an 8-4. Yeah, that was kind of like a mistake that cost us a game. Me forgetting that, like, you know, me forgetting that a Lichess will kill actually led us to actually losing that stuff. Could just kill an 8-4 with a 5-4. It would be much better. It is what it is. Malignant Horror here, Chill Poland. Well, that's kind of like a good start. Let's go for him. Yeah, that's even better though. The problem is that, like, you know, compared to previous editions of Handbuff, it feels like we don't really have enough of the Handbuffs like going on for us in our hand. Maybe we're just like a little unlucky, but you know, because when this deck high rolls, it's just like crazy. But have an amateur, like two copies of amateur, 2 copies of Spinel, 2 copies of Blood Tap. It's kind of like even in Nexus-Prince Shaffar was added there in this deck. It's kind of like cool and all, but I'm kind of like struggling to find it, unfortunately. Struggling to find that stuff. That's a 4 corpses for us from Malignant Horror. Pretty sweet. Let's see if he starts to clear tide pools, okay. I guess tide pools is a really important card when it comes to Protoss Mage, right? Okay, amateur here, okay. That's pretty solid. Let's fill out our hand here as much as possible. So, Orbital Moon is, you know, I'm glad I actually added just 1 copy of it. It feels like it's kind of like two of a tech card. Too much of a tech card here. Nightmare Lord Samus is here. We probably want to find a Brittle Bone Buccaneer here for an amateur, for a mini version. Swarm, okay. Let's go. Maybe another amateur. Nah. Well, Nexus-Prince Shaffar is kind of here, right? We'll probably have to start doing this. Well, let's hope for it to hit any of those. That feels fine. Let's go. It's kind of like cost, like the body by itself just like doesn't matter. The fact that it costs 1 is kind of like better for us. Okay.
As a gracious host, I will
Let's start doing this. Okay. What else? I want to save those. Amateur next turn, probably. Buffed like a Darkthorn Quilter, unfortunately. Didn't buff like a Nerubian Swarmguard, for example, for us to multiply that thing. To go like kind of like a little infinite, so it is what it is, right? At least that is a buff for Dark Sword. Didn't buff a Malignant for us to actually like, you know, again multiply that city. Didn't buff Toast Nation guys because we kind of want to play it. Didn't buff like Amateur because we kind of want to play it. At least we have like a combo of an Amateur plus a normal moon here for us to gain an extra buff, even if we like don't really have a Brittle Bone Buccaneer here. So that is like, you know, that's a plus, I would say. Let's do that for now. Let's do that for now. Chrono boost. We can actually get a Brittle Bone Buccaneer from a Toys Nation guys, by the way. Is it enough? Yeah, it's kind of like enough mana for us to do a mini version of an Amateur this way. Okay, okay. Well, so what do we want? Like, maybe, just maybe, we have to just like apply pressure here and just like, you know, try to finish him off as soon as possible. Saying an infestation. If we find a Brittle Bone, we can actually go off. Interesting.
What is best?
That's kind of interesting. Okay, let's go for it. Let's try to find. Here you go. Let's go. That's too much. That is too much. Might actually go for a Darkthorn Quilter plus a Sanguine Infestation next to it. Like if all of those are cleared somehow. Probably didn't have enough sleep. Like I kind of like recall the last game where I made a mistake. Yeah, I probably didn't have enough sleep. For me, like, you know, to click in some stuff, a little tired already. I had some work to do today. Like maybe, you know, mess up my head a little bit. Come on, bro, please something. I need those dead, please. I have like only 7 damage, unfortunately. Like Leeches will kill that city, but we need some room, you know. Maybe I'll kill those two. Maybe this one at least. But as I said, like, we kind of need room. Okay, let's go. How do you want to use our room here efficiently? So, Sanguine Infestation, another one? Like spread? It's 2 cards. We will not overdraw. Okay. Kind of like Stranalise, like you're like retiring. Where did you go? Into an Nerubian Swarmguard. Okay, well, that is, you know, going infinite, right? Going infinite. Colossus goes out, okay. Do we have a kill? Do we have a kill? The answer is no, really? It's 12 damage only. How do I make it stronger? We need like 13. Like, oh, we have here, right? Like, we have this. Have this, and we can try to multiply that thing into a dark sword. We need just to force this to gain, well, 2 at least. Still 2. Well, that's kind of like if he has a second Colossus, we're dead, right?
What is best?
Whatever we do. Well, we have to try though.
There is not much time.
We need 2 buffs here. Zero for us. Just 0. Do you have any kind of... no, 0 anything. Unfortunately, if he has a second Colossus, we're dead, right? And he does, obviously. Like any kind of hand buff, like still all the hand buffs on the bottom of our deck, bro, like... Greetings, Traveler, greetings. Yeah, that's a greetings, Traveler, I guess, right? All the hand buffs are on the bottom of our deck, like I needed just like a little more. Just a little more of a hand buff, and like it's fine. Like even a lesser Spinel, if it comes in our hand here, it gives +1, so it's kind of like 13, and 1 spell burst would be enough for a dark sword here. 1. But not like 2. 2 is kind of like impossible to get on.
The Lich King versus Arthas. A great destiny.
Painful sometimes. Xavius is kind of like what I want. Xavier. If I remember this correctly, there is a drunk paladin. I think I played him at some point. I think I played him at some point.
Permission to speak.
Grant you permission to speak, bro. Can Shaffar buff same minion twice? Obviously. It can buff like to an infinite. Like that is the reason we have like a Nerubian Swarmguard here. Oh, unless it already has these effects. Oh my god, yeah, is they actually nerfed this? Oh my. I forgot about that stuff. Oh my god. I was actually like thinking, why do you even ask? Like, for me, that was like non-existent. Oh my god. That is actually why Shaffar Rock disappeared, right? Okay, okay. Okay, now I see it. Now I see it.
These texts! I cannot read them.
Unfortunately. Let's see, Libram Paladin, really? Libram? Imbue plus a Libram. Weird. Very taken. Let's play Toast Nation, guys. I kind of like don't really want to chill pull right away. Doctor here. Chill fallen for 1. Juicy, juicy. It's a 4-drop for it, like for the next turn. Like, is it kind of good for the next turn? Like instead of a Nightmare Lord Service. Like we are going out of our like overall game plan though, if it does that. Our overall game plan is to find like all of those huge minions and buff them. There's a lot of corpses on the other side. Well, let's go with the shield form. So yeah, thank you for reminding me to actually look at that card, bro. Unless it already has this effects, bro. I actually forgot they nerfed it like months ago or somewhere. Even like maybe even before one cost, okay. Flickering Libon. It's a weird list, but who am I in? Can go for liches. Can go for the liches. Or just Nightmare. And try to find an amateur. Okay, let's go. I'm sold. Come on, give me an amateur, bro. +2/+2 Elizabeth is actually pretty good. Nightmare Lord, Nightmare Lord. It's a 1, it's a form. It's kind of like a really good card for our next thing. That's why. Because it will draw a lot. Let's go. Okay, that is still a drunk paladin, but what does this card actually do in your deck? I'm not sure. Still a drunk paladin. It was an awesome start so far. Quilter, okay. Nothing else to do here than this. Well, he has 10 damage here. Five. But Sea Shanty can actually go out. And we're not lucky to get above here, unfortunately. Because this could be like what, a 5/9, a 5/7, and Poison Brass could actually like clear the whole board. Unfortunately, we're like, you know, a little off. Still have to like bounce till it gets here, because we need a huge buff on a Darkthorn Quilter. Against a drunk paladin, we actually need this kind of like board clear. Righteous, sunscreen. So we can Lightbot Burn. Give me a room to breathe. Give me a room to breathe. Povertier. Well, that's kind of cool. Well, we have to do it, unfortunately. Like, as unfortunate as it is, like, we have to. We have to buff our Darkthorn Quilter. And give it, like, a poisonous here. Many corpses, 3 corpses here is all we need. Okay, well, that's pretty nice. Have a way to refill our hand here. The only problem for us is that we kinda need to survive somehow. Kinda need to survive somehow, bro. That is all I ask for, right? And for him not to have a lethal, like, right away. That's a Sea Shanty or something. Divine Brew for everyone. Another Flickering Lightbot, but yeah, not really. Okay, that's fine. Unfortunately, we cannot kill it, really. We need one more. Here's a Sea Shanty for him, okay. It's a 6, maybe give it like a lifesteal. But I think it needs like an extra 1/1. Feels like it, at least. Feels like it needs it, right? 6 hits. Like, if we're lucky enough, we need just 5, just 5 out of 6. Oh, and this way it's 5 out of 7. I guess nothing else to do. We're like, you know, we're not out of life still in that city. As unfortunate as it is. Okay. Well, are we alive here? 10 damage as far as I see it right now. We have mace. +3/+3. Exact lethal. Bro, come on. So that is why there is a Libram, right? He wanted like an extra buff. Oh my god. So innovative, Zoom. So innovative. I guess another log, okay. A Neo breakout here, bro. You can all just like, you know, stop high rolling me though. Sanguine Infestation, like maybe we're approaching this like, you know, in our own way. Maybe we'll just like have to cycle as much as possible like the first turn and find all of those like, you know, hand buffs that we like usually lack like in some stuff. Zero. It's a Protoss, right? In such a case, like why would you ever need like extra mana? Probably a Protoss. Extra mana is a rock. Not sure why. Dig for treasure and so. Let's see how how lucky you are with the deepest purchase here. I guess not lucky enough, right? Protoss cannon, right? Nice, dude. Crabbing into a proton cannon. Awesome. Awesome. Okay.
The citadel stands strong.
Okay. Can you like not have perfect answers each time, like on turn 2? Find it hard like lately. I played a Menagerie like before yesterday. Menagerie was kind of like the best performing deck on the ladder, and I was like, you know, facing all of these high rolls. I'm not sure like why. Okay, I mean, I'm playing EU. Maybe that is like the problem, right? Playing EU. Because I have like maybe like too high for hidden rank. I'm not sure. People like just like don't do mistakes a lot. And I have like 0 cares. Maybe that is like my problem here. Not sure. Toy snatching guys for us. Nice High Templar, bro. I kind of want to start snatching guys in a Dreadhound, because we probably need to kill a Templar at some point. 3 damage. That is actually pretty good to prevent the other Templar, right? The other Templar. Crazy Alchemist actually helps us to clear it right now. Yeah. Let's go. Do you want to clear it right away? Nice one. My answer is probably not. Because he has pretty much like 0 waste actually. Oh, he has 5 mana exactly. Why did I not think about him? Why did I not think about him? Now we have to do a Poison Breath, right? Unfortunately. Fortune. Okay. Fine. But at least he doesn't have like 2 Templars now. He didn't play as Sonya, so he doesn't like have a copy. Usually they have like one Dark Templar and one High Templar. I mean 2 High Templars and 1 Dark. So he might just like not to be able to complete an Arc 1 anymore. Oh bro, I'm not ready for that kind of stuff.
I know all the
I don't really have any hand buffs, I don't really have like anything so far.
Arise, twin shadows.
Dude. Has a lot of damage already. Can I have a little break? Web deception? Oh my god. Bro. 12 damage. 12 damage like that. Just like that though. Okay, let's go with the Nightmare Lord status and hope for something. I don't know. I hope for something. I don't know. Summon a copy. Plus 4 health in town. Or just like summon a copy to actually clear that off. Maybe summoning a copy is fine. Just to deal 2 extra damage, like for his board. Plus 4 health in town. Not like we need it. Not like we need it, though.
Let's see.
Maybe I'll find a hand buff. Maybe Nerubian is kind of like better here. Any kind of hand buff is, you know, crazy here. Any kind of hand buff, just any. Something like a blood tap, which is Soul Sing Zone. Slightly unlucky so far.
Go forth on swift wings.
What?
all are nourished when the cycle renews.
What? Do you really like have an overkey here? A 12 damage dragon already? Lesser Spinel for us, okay. I guess we have to build a wall. Maybe we don't really have a choice. We don't really have a choice here. 5 corpses is like non-existent for us.
Let's see here.
Let's see here. Like, maybe we can get away with Nerubian guards and zombie and shambling zombie tanks here. Not sure. I guess we have to, like, you know, we have to summon a wall here. Guess we have to. Unfortunately. Have to summon a wall here. Let's do this for now. Orbital Moon is probably for this. I'm not sure. Like all for Darkthorn Quilter. Maybe we will be lucky enough to get a chill fall and then just, like, you know, to roll a little Maestro. Bro, what is your deck? It's kind of like a bunch of random cards. But the fact that we just, like, again didn't have any kind of buff. Like, sometimes you have all the hand buffs in the world in your hand and you just, like, don't have minions. And I know this problem of hand buff, like hand buff DK, but now we kind of, like, you know, cannot actually find any kind of buff. Like, some people actually run like 1 lesser Spinel, for example, so even less hand buff. That is how, like, you know, unfortunate can you be sometimes here, right? It's crazy sometimes. It's just crazy.
Hi. Time's ticking.
Here's a blood tap. Alright, okay. Let's see what again. Spent corpses. Blood tap and Malignant. Malignant is kind of like good for us here. Here's Husk. Here's Husk. Deal 4 damage here.
Let's see here.
We have to go for like the biggest guy in the gym, right? Have to go for the biggest guy in the gym zone. Let's go with this one.
Hurry up.
Do I destroy this thing? It will be dead anyway. Let's go. That's our biggest guy in the gym zone. Let's see if that is enough. And it's just like one, just like for sole purpose of things like this, you know. Deals 3 damage to minions, not too bad.
Foul the lake and curse this land.
What does that say? After you play me, add a random shaman spell to your hand. Solid. Solid, by the way. Need a sanguine infestation here. Come on, give me a sanguine infestation here, because he cannot even break the wall. Hold on, do we have lethal? Yeah, oh my. He couldn't even clear, really? As I said, like, it's a bunch of random cards in his deck. I'm not sure like what he was planning to do here so far. But you know, it feels like this deck is really strong. I'm not sure. Like it feels like this deck is stronger now. Maybe we'll have like to exclude the Nexus-Prince Shaffar and just like add another Malignant horror, or as I was thinking like in the beginning, to actually add a Rite of Atrocity for an extra Dark Gift, and for example to find a Malignant horror out of it with a Dark Gift like more efficiently. But like, you know, I think we have to like exclude an extra Prince Shaffar. It's maybe good, like I'm not sure. Maybe it's like the best one so far. But as far as it is, thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed what you saw there. But that is it for a Handbuff Death Knight.